All right, guys. So we are going to talk about our plan for next week. We're going to make it very simple. As the same way that we talked about last week, the market is back in balance, and what we need to understand is that a balanced market obviously is going to need additional information to either go one way or the other. So what I got here is basically so how do we identify the market is imbalanced? So the one thing we need to take a look at in here is that when you split this up by sessions, and this is XPX, you're going to be able to identify individual daily action. And the way to do that is, you basically draw, let's just say, for example, let me just pick this one, make it blue here. So if you take a look at it, this is the high of this day, and this is the low of the day, right around here. So that's one session. And then you're going to take a look and you're going to basically clone this session. And then you're going to take a look at the different sessions right here. And then we'll go take a look at the low. And then we're going to paste the next one. Oh, that's not what I want. We're going to clone this. And then we're going to go take a look at it in here. So that is the next session. Oh, that was exactly the same high as this one. That's wild. And then we're going to take a look at it. So this is basically a daily candle, right? It's just that we're doing SPX here. Wow, this is pretty interesting. And then we're going to clone this one here. And we're going to take a look and find out um, what was the high and what was the low. Wow, this is like similar range. Okay, so it's slightly little lower. So you got five different sessions. You got one, two, three, four, five. So the low of the session was here when the market on Thursday made a new low. Basically, what it did was, so you got a low here that it broke. So now we're one time framing down. Then you get an inside day, and then this basically uh, breaks down here. So it continues the one time framing down. Then you get this candle here and it breaks the previous high, so the market goes back to balance. Just because this candle here is higher than the high that it made here, you're automatically going to take a look and see which one is the immediate high above this level here. You look to the left and you identify this is the immediate high, and then obviously this low, because it's lower than any other low, it becomes a low of the balance zone. If this candle was to be here, then this will be the low of the area, the balance zone area. But because the low is right over here immediately, so this is now a balanced area. So that's why we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 day balance. We have a 5 day balance. We get the midpoint here, and it's called half back. So what we're going to do here is we're going to identify some targets. So we'll be pivoting from here next week, 59.18, 59.19 in the SPX. The difference between SPX and ES right now is 46 points. Um, you know, you just got to basically do the math manually, or you can take a look at these two numbers here. So it's about 46, 47 points. I happened to do that earlier and got those numbers in here for you. So what we need to do is to identify what the pivot is, which is right here. And as you can see, the ES numbers are higher than the SPX. So if for 59.18, you basically just add 46 points to that, and it's going to give you the number for the ES. So once I post the plan, we'll take a look at it and automatically make the calculations that we need. So 59.18 plus uh, what do we say, 46. So you got a 59.64. It's going to be the key level in the ES, 59.64. You go to the ES, and we're going to take a look at it. And basically, 5964 is here. Um, so we will do 5964 is right here. So this is where I had a target level there before. This was the previous 4-day balance area in the ES, and it broke down. So it was one time framing down for a couple of days until it recaptured that. So when you look at the ES, it's going to be a little different because the ES balance zone, when you draw it, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, uh, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's right here. So it's going to be 5 days balance as well. And the ES is going to look different. It's going to look 6054. But you can do the calculations and take take a look at it from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to pivot from this is the low of the previous balance, which happens to be the half back of the current balance. So if we take our Fibonacci tool from here and you measure this high and then you go to this low here, you'll see that the 50% in here is exactly at the low of this section, 59.65. So that basically is it when it comes to um, identifying the balance zone. So what we're going to do in terms of target, and I'll go back to the ES to make it simple for you if you don't trade SPX. So we're going to basically identify what will be target number one, target number two, target number three, and so forth. So, you know, let's take a look at it in here. And then what we're going to do is the type of balance is going to be on target number one, right? We'll have a POC here, or the 50% of the previous balance, you know, that's going to be our target number two, this area from 20 to 30. So we're going to put it right here, right around 30. Sorry. And then target number three, we're going to target the high of the previous balance. But if you measure this balance zone area here, we can look for extensions. And we got target number one, which is the top, target number two. Normally we go right here, but I'm going to aim for this POC here. I'm going to put it at 31. Target number three, we're going to put it here at the 100% extension of the balance. So what it means is that if you measure the current balance stage and you go by 100%, it should give you a number in here. But let me redraw this so we have clear expectations. So we're going to draw the balance to here. I want to delete all the previous fibs that we have here. And then we're going to transfer those numbers to the ES. And that's, so we got, basically we have a, move this one over. And then we got, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to just change this and name it 5 days. And then what we do here is we'll get the midpoint. Let me delete all of these things here. Get the midpoint here. It's right here. Top is right there. Bottom's right here. Then we're going to take a look at the extensions and see, okay, where those extensions are landing. So this is the top of the balance. That should be target number one. But if you take a look at it, that is 100 points. Obviously, it's like 40 points or something. We're getting an extended range now, so let's just play the range. Each one of these target support and resistant pivots. So, but this is just a way. This is just it's a big target, 65. You know what? It is what it is. We don't want to. Then we're going here. That's a big target. Um, I had something here. I think I have a POC here. That's perfect right here. I have another POC here. Let me delete this. Target number 2. We can drop it right here. And target number 3 will be a 50% extension of that. And we're going to go 50% extension of that. And then whatever other levels we need to adjust, we'll do that in a daily basis with our daily plans. So that's basically what I got here. So pivot is 59.64. Right now it's at 59.89. Target number 1 is 58.75. Then we go to 58.18. And then we go down to 58. 57.86. It's not a huge target, but from here to here, but that's what it gives me. So we'll just post this target now on our daily plan, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you, and have a great weekend.